Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another segment of The Next Normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. For some reason, when I got back from India, there was just a deep feeling of concentrating our time together. And I just want to make a disclaimer. It's not that I don't want to do 30 minutes or there's an issue with 30 minutes, but I kept feeling there is so much information in the world. And my gut feeling is many of us are kind of just scrolling through it like there's such an abundance of it, so it's not really valued. And that's not where I am right now. So from my heart, I was just feeling these 15 minutes are vital for our spiritual, emotional, financial, physical well-being, societal well-being. It's a very profound experience that when you get used to something that's really good for you and it leaves you, the amount of waking up that happens when you realize how much it sustained you, it's profound. I'm not saying that I'm shortening our segments because of that. I'm just saying I'm looking for real quality here. Today's about the power of compassion. I want to share with you my personal story. 4 years later into my awakening, I'm transferred to Washington D.C. from New York. I'm this young girl just really inspired to make the world see God's light and inspire them to come into this light and become their best version of themselves. And 5 years passed, 6 years passed, and I'm realizing my compassion that I had at the beginning to really care for the real deepest part of souls was getting less. It didn't stop, but it got less. And I went to our head of the Brahma Kumaris, Sister Mohini at the time, and I sat with her in her room and I said, I don't know, I'm losing my compassion. I don't feel that caring like I used to feel anymore. Maybe because I'm just so busy. She just looked at me and she said, it's ego. I go, I don't have ego. Right then and there, you knew you did. She just said, it's your ego. When your ego becomes more than your compassion, then of course, there will be less concern about the well-being of those around you or even about your own country or your society. Once you're on the winning side, that's all that matters. But then you forget that energy is cyclical. So even if you're on the winning side of a spectrum and you're speaking ill and treating others really bad, your time will come. But let's say that you're on the winning side of a company, your country, a family, a project, and the others are not. There's compassion. Are you guys okay? Is there anything I can do to support you at least? Can I help in any way? And by doing so, you are recording within your soul the cyclical return. Compassion will find you. Compassion will come at a time of need. Compassion will sustain you on the journey of challenges and obstacles. Compassion will give you the opportunity to serve, to help the life of another. This quote by my friend Maria that she passed on to me, it was so deep. It's about service is what you do for rent as a result of living on earth. Service isn't something you do when you have the time. It's so powerful. Marie Elderman or Senator Chisholm. The quote came from that, and if I've messed it up, please, my deepest regard, please give me your compassion. Some of us feel that when we have too much compassion, we get trapped. Yes. If my compassion or my mercy is looking at the sorrow of another and it's touching my own sorrow that I think I'm trying to help, I'm actually perpetrating that same sorrow and lack in me. It is an element of compassion, but it's not the real type. It still has attachment and ego in it. The ego of, oh, I know what you're going through, I've been there. Or the ego of, oh, they're so bad off, I have to help them. Or the attachment because of the sorrow in you. You feel the sorrow in them, and then you reach out your hand. But real compassion is you coming from a place of your inner value and empathy and compassion, that you are taking care of your own mind first. You're going to have waste thoughts. You might even have thoughts of revenge, or you might have thoughts of comparison or judgment or criticism or jealousy, or who are them to get what they've gotten. You might have those thoughts, but your compassion says, but the destiny of time is accurate. Everything is accurate as it is. Everything is happening for a reason. I need to see in what way I can keep benefiting my greater humanity and the people of those around me. Your compassion is a virtue that comes from the strength of your love within you. And it's very egoless. It's very pure intended. And your compassion will not wait for there to be a return. Your compassion plants seeds along the way where people just are strengthened and they grow. And then, because your compassion was so pure, it will inspire others to do the same as they saw it in you. Sometimes you go and help people and you tell them, you know how much I've done for you? It doesn't inspire them to help others. Sometimes you go to help people, you don't even remember you helped them. And that person will say, 10 years ago, I was down in my luck. Sister Jenna came to my rescue. I never saw her again. She just came, gave, and left. Compassion. It's a God-given innate energy in you. One of the greatest acts of every one of God's children that He sent down from that world above, when God sent His child or children down, every one of them had compassion in their features. Jesus, Nanak, Buddha, Abraham, Muhammad, they came to help, to serve us. And you knew what they endured. You read it through history. The hell they went through by leaders who thought they were losing power. They were sacrificed because of their love and compassion for humanity. But remember, life is cyclical. Energy is cyclical. If you hurt God's child that's doing good in the world, it's cyclical and it's big, the return. You ever wonder why you look throughout history and see, why is it that some souls seem to really go through a lot of hardship? You think it's cyclical? I'm not saying they deserve it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, have you ever questioned why some souls go through such severe hardship? What was that soul before? What did that soul do that they end up without food, shelter, clothing, dignity, or love? Were they so arrogant or attached or lack of compassion? Did they take advantage of too many people that they reached a state of such decay that in that state, the only thing left for them to do is to turn to God and remember the love within them, to restore the loss of the energy in the soul? I ask you to think of these deep mysteries. The prophets had compassion. All the sages and saints, and I'm not talking about current day sages and saints, your grandmother, your auntie, your uncle, your friend, came to you at a time of need, didn't ask for anything in return. It was their compassion, and it served you, and it helped you, and perhaps it inspired you too. I can't tell you the souls who have donated to our cause. When we needed funds to keep this meditation museum going, to keep the ashram going, they just gave without any desire for anything in return. And I've also met individuals who gave and instantly wanted me to come and bless their house, their car. If I didn't go, they thought I was the worst yogi, the worst instrument. And I would look at them and I would be like, wow. Your power of compassion is in you. Use it. Your power of compassion has no relationship with ego or attachment. Your power of compassion is your gift from God. Use it. Let's take a moment of silence. Close your eyes. Go deep into the soul. Please accept the belief system that there's love in you. That wherever you go, you will go to help. If you can't give money, give your good wishes. If you can't give food, then say something to inspire them. If you can't lift them up because you don't have arms, look at them with love. Whatever it is, you have a variety of ways to express the power of your compassion. Use it. If you don't use your compassion, you will lose it to ego and attachment. Use it, your compassion, and you won't lose it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale. Breathe in again and exhale. I am listening to the chimes outside. The wind is blowing pretty strong today. Spring is coming in Washington D.C. And it's opening up my compassion to value the simple things in life that we miss so often because we're chasing after illusion. Money, fame, power, position, glory, possessions. To what? Show off to friends and people and family. That's not compassion. Hello everyone, Ranju, Yukti, Rashmi, Lolita, Jyoti, hi. Got the time and nice to see you. I missed the readings and the blessings of 30 minutes is just right. You are so appreciated. Thanks, and it's just for a particular time. It's just what I'm feeling of the essence, Anthony. Rich, you're doing great, sister. Please take your time. Staying content is more important than anything. Givers have to set boundaries sometimes, as this is the journey of one's soul. Thanks, Rich. That's beautiful. Gigi, Joke, Suman, Lilawati, Manmohan, Kailash, Dinesh, Anne, nice to see you. Tulis, Kumarmi, Papu, Lily, Neha, and Jagruti. Om Shanti. Here is the Sister Gita effect. Enjoy the compassion out of her spirit. I'll see you tomorrow. Lots and lots and lots and lots of love.
Courage. We heard about the Wizard of Oz, and the lion was scared of his own shadow. So I often view someone who demonstrates fear to be really a courageous person. They're just living from their past experience. Look at the lion, right? So this courage reads, I need courage to remain true to myself in today's artificial world, this is not a small thing. However, the very purpose of a spiritual study is to restore courage, the courage to stand for what I believe in. My original true nature is of peace and divinity. To experience this is to be convinced of the absolute value of my intrinsic worth. I can face any opposition with the strength of my convictions. Many people have difficulty believing in their higher self, or they simply no longer believe in the future. Self-realization removes doubts. My original nature is peace. I am not a slave to my personality traits. I am their creator. I am a spectator. I am a spectator as well as an actor in the drama of life. Whatever is happening to me is beneficial. As I incorporate these truths into my life, my courage will never fail me. As I incorporate these truths into my life, my courage will never fail me. Wow.